what's up everyone, this is Miracle MS at your service, presenting to all a new episode of Captain Tsubasa Rise of New Champions. This will be the final guide video of this channel on the topic of Captain Tsubasa, and it will be for the exclusive friend cards. These cards originally came as a reward for online events and slowly made their way to the Captain Coin shop. By unlocking an exclusive friend card, you have now access to a new 10 cost skill. To unlock this skill for the original character you unlocked it from, as well as the custom character you're making, you need to get the player to rank S friendship and get triple S in something once. Different skills have different conditions, but if you just get a full triple S once, you basically have nothing to worry about for the rest of the run. The first time you unlock it in the new hero mode, the skill will be permanently unlocked for the original character whose card you unlocked and will now have one of his 6 skills in division match replaced with the new skill. So don't unlock skills that you don't need, as you're simply making your character more expensive. In the document linked in the description down below, I have given the full info on all exclusive friend cards. In this video I will be explaining the ones you must get first and foremost, as well as a few optional fun ones. Clivort's card unlocks Showtime, a skill that will allow you to activate your zone with only one dribble when you're in the attacking third. Carlos's skill is Providence, a skill that increases your all stats by 3% after a successful dribble, but you lose 2% if the opponent gets the ball from you while you're holding R1 or R2 dribble. If the opponent tackles you while you're charging the shoot or pass or even not touching anything, you won't get any nerfs. The nerf is only for when you're holding the dribble buttons when losing the ball. Both the boost and nerf can each stack up to 10 times, meaning you can get as high as 30% boost or as low as 20% nerf. Heine has Fascinator, an incredible skill that lets you activate zone with just one dribble, simply by holding the ball for 6 seconds without passing or losing the ball. Mueller's skill is similar to the DLC skill Emotional Support. When your team's goalkeeper's spirit is 50% or higher, all of your stats will be increased by 18 points. If the goalkeeper's spirit is lower than that, then you get all stats decreased by 10 points. Wakabayashi's skill is a beast. Unnerve decreases opponent's forward's offense, midfielder's technique and defender's defense by 40% for the first 15 minutes of the match. Thankfully, it doesn't stack, so only one player can use it. Sambor has a neat skill called Opportunity Maker. After a successful long pass, opponents won't be able to block for 10 seconds. Diaz's B Legendary was the pure definition of toxic back in the online days. Dribble 5 players without losing the ball or passing, and your skill shoot will be guaranteed to score. If the ball loses animation by being blocked twice on consoles and once on PC, the shoot will deplete opponent goalkeeper's spirit completely. Unfortunately for new hero mode, this skill can only be used in the finals. Mizugi has Meister. While it's not for newcomers, it's the one skill that anyone with a 499 custom character would use. For any one skill that is the highest on the team, all stats will be increased by 4.2%. So having all 5 stats as the highest on the team would mean 21%. Substitute players are also taken into consideration. Keep in mind that 2 players can share the highest stat on the team, meaning if you have 2 players with 599 stats, Meister can be used on both players and will give both 21%. Another important one is Schneider's Pressure Monster. After activating zone with a dribble, opponents' all stats will be decreased by 20% for 5 seconds. Wakashimazu has a skill that makes him useful as a low-cost goalkeeper called Insight. When used by Wakashimazu, this skill always increases tackle speed for the entire team by 10%. If a custom character uses it, then he has to be the last defender, meaning there can't be another teammate closer to the own goal than him. This skill doesn't stack, meaning it can only be used by one person. Hyuga has one of the best skills for a forward. The lower the spirit, the higher the boost you get. When the player's stamina is between 80% and 61%, all stats are increased by 3 points. If it's between 60% and 41%, you get 7 points boost. Between 40% and 21% results in 12 points, and the best boost of 18 points, which usually happens when you charge a super shoot, is achieved when your spirit is 20% or below. Rushiano has a similar conditional skill. When holding the ball for over 4 seconds without passing or losing the ball, you get 1 point all stats. Over 6 seconds and you get 3 points. 8 seconds will reward you with 6 points, and 10 seconds results in 10 points. The highest boost is achieved by holding the ball over 12 seconds with 15 points of boost. Soda has a beast of a skill. You are guaranteed to get the ball from the player you're marking with an R2 tackle, but you lose all your spirit in the process. Ishizaki has the counter to Diaz's B legendary called All In. It consumes 50% V-Zone to ensure the block you activated fully stops the opponent's shoot. Tsubasa's Fantasista can be game-breaking when used properly. When surrounded by 2 opponent players or more, increase kick HP rate by 20%. When surrounded by 3 opponent players or more, increase dribble speed by 20%. When surrounded by 4 opponent players or more, you will have no spirit cost, meaning you can run and shoot without wasting any spirit. Now for a few honorable mentions. Kalz's Faker reduces opponent's tackle speed by 20% when charging a pass. Nita's Bonanza increases direct shoot power by 50% half of the time. Victorino's Unstoppable increases dribble speed by 20% and charges the V-Zone while the zone is active after you activate your zone by performing a dribble move. The charging speed of V-Zone is 1.5% of it per second, so normally it charges 7.5% of the V-Zone. This can either be extended by using the skill Dominating Dribble or shortened by using a skill shoot, skill pass, or 1-2. The last skill I want to talk about is Misaki's Jet Setter. It's similar to Owire and Hatsan Sultan skill. It increases tackle speed by 10% when you're in defensive third, spirit recover rate by 15% when you're in middle third, and kick HP rate by 20% when you're in attacking third, making your player an all-rounder. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Bye!